Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So my notes were a little bit unclear. We did finish your reduction, right?
That is right. Yeah. I
We did that
did
too.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So what I thought we would do today is kind of put it all together. So let me show you what I've got here. I have a student, current student who I've had for about a year, but I had gotten him. He had been with a previous coach for about a year, also previous to us, or for at least 6 months. It had been a while. Anyway, he turned me on to this website, and I don't think you and I have done this. They're monologues. They're written by children. So, but um, but they're written in a kind of casual speech, right? So they're meant to be kind of read out loud and spoken out loud. So what I thought we would do is we would spend the day reading these. And I want you to put it all together, right? Use um, what reductions you want to use, and then use the ones you don't, right? If the ones you use them correctly. That's the only rule, right? If you do use a reduction, use it correctly. That's it. You don't have to. And then all of the other speech sounds, and what I'd really like you to do is to just relax. You
Yeah.
know,
Mentioned that.
don't try to, yeah, don't try to be right or perfect, right? Just let's read, let's see how it sounds, and let's see how you sound when you're kind of relaxed. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like this, a longer one. Okay, this one written by a 12-year-old. Okay, so uh, yeah,
Sorry, I kind of lost. Sorry, you said that you had your previous student,
well, current
recommend
student
current student. Yeah.
it turned me onto this website. We used to spend a lot of time, and he's a higher level speaker.
Yeah.
Even when I started teaching him, he had already been through the curriculum, and he's really young, so they pick this stuff up really quick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's really good because it's written in a casual.
Okay. Okay.
It's written
Yeah.
in a casual thing, so it's not like formal like a news article, right? It's a little bit more
Yeah.
casually
It's
written.
more like for us for me to be kind of more relaxed. That's right.
That's the goal anyway. That's the point that I thought we would read these, even though you're probably and I can see this right here. Yeah, that's going to be pretty hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
not
know
going to do that.
I know the word, but
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of can
really.
probably pronounce.
Let's do
Yeah.
this. This one, and that one had a lot of stuff in parentheses also. Like, for example, you don't have to read that. Obviously, pause. It's just like a direction. So everything else I think is good on this one. Let's do this one.
Yeah. Sorry, one question before I forgot.
Sure.
So when I was talking to my daughter, and it was just about to leave a restaurant, and then I just said thank you to the I don't know, server or whoever, and then she was kind of pointing out that my you is a bit too much in a sense. So maybe like a W sound or like kind of oo sound.
Mhm.
Do you think that is the case, or because I think we discussed this a while ago, because if you're native, you don't really use the kind of a lip movement to make the closing vowels. Rather, you're just going to use probably like kind of a throat or.
Well, in terms of, we do want to close it. If you're going to do the full articulation, you, right, is the full
Yeah,
articulation. Thank you.
yeah, but you might be able
Well,
to say, yeah, sorry to interrupt.
no,
I
what
can
I was
say,
going to say,
yeah, thank you or thank you. I mean, I don't have to use the kind of uh, lips. Thank you.
well, right,
Might
well,
sound exactly the same or not. I don't know, but
no, here's the thing about the tongue, the lip position specifically with these W vowels.
right.
Um, it's not like I always say, get your lips out there, right? Like let's take this one, you, right? You don't have to quite get out there. The goal, the point is to just get into the tight circle. Your lips can be close to your teeth, but they have to be you, right? Sounds the same. You, as opposed
Sorry,
to
I
you.
can't see you because you're too
Let me stop.
small in my screen.
I know. Let me stop. How about that? Is that better? Is that a
Oh,
little better?
now you're back to
Am
normal.
am I big? Okay. So rather than you,
Yeah,
right, like kiss the baby, you can do you, and
yeah,
still
that's right.
tight but in. So the lip
Right.
movement I think is critical, but you can't overdo it. You maybe if you do too much lip movement, but I don't know what she was. Can you
No,
say it?
because I don't think she's looking at my lip movement at all. I think it was about sound. So I
Can
don't
you
like
say it?
say thank you, thank you.
I think that sounds pretty good.
Okay, you don't think it's
Uh,
too
uh,
much. Well, okay.
no,
Thank you.
I don't think it's too much or too little. Thank
So
you.
maybe about I don't know, it's not the difference between British English and American English, right? I think like the you is the same you, I believe.
I believe so.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think so. So yeah, that's one vowel that I think is very, very similar.
think so. Yeah, for example, I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
okay. And you think like I'm talking about long vowel ending with the W sound, O or
or
how,
or
eh,
owl.
ow, O.
I I think their ow diphthong may be a little bit different. That one may be. I think O and oo and you are probably the same. Like usual, like dude or rude, right? The last long U. I think those three, and then this
You
long
mean
U.
the different between British and American? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying that there's not. They're probably with those three long vowels. There's probably
yeah.
not as much difference. The long Y vowels now I think are different, but again, I'm not
Okay.
a big. I'm not a big pro on the British
No, no,
accent,
no.
and
That's fine. I mean, like, if it's about American and then an English one, a British one, then I don't really like. I'm not concerned, but I just wonder. I might be using like too much lip
I don't think
movement.
so.
But that's
I don't think
yeah.
so. I think
Okay.
you can't really overdo it if you get into that lip circle. Where you would like my one of my students, he does too much. He does too much with his lips, but you're supposed to start from a relaxed position, and he's doing that he's all over the place. So it's where he starts, not where he ends, right? If you end in a tight circle, ooh, oh, you can't really overdo it, right? Unless you close your lips. Oh, and then maybe that's like too
Okay.
much.
All right.
Yeah, in
Understood.
my
All right.
opinion, I could be
No, no,
wrong. I don't know.
that's fine. I just was curious, and then
It's
I
not,
we're doing
and besides, it sounded fine to me, by the way. So whatever you're doing fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep. Then let me crack on this.
let's
So
do it.
yeah, could you all stop? Sorry. Could you? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's a different one.
There's a different one. It went like when I went small. When I went big, that's the one I had. Is that
Okay.
too big? Is that too
No,
small?
no, that's I can read it. No problem. Yeah. Mm, could you all stop staring at me, please? It's a little, it's a little creepy. Look, I didn't mean to trespass. I was trying to get some rest. I was so tired last night. You see, my evil stepmother sent out her huntsman to try to kill me. What would you do if you are willing if you are trying to what would you do if you're trying to escape with your life? I didn't have a choice. I ran and ran, and this was the first house I found. Honestly, this wasn't what I was expecting. Everything is so tiny, little beds, little chairs, little tables, but I don't care. I just need somewhere to hide. My evil stepmother hates me because every time she talks to that stupid mirror, it her always tell her that I'm the fairest in the land, and goes on and goes on and on about my fair skin that's white like snow and blah 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 blah. So uh, I guess she figured if I was dead, she would be the fairest and prettiest of them all. That's why I'm here. I don't even want to be the fairest of them all. I was so tired that I fell asleep in these beds. Maybe we can come up with a compromise. How about this? If you guys don't tell anyone that I'm here, I will make meals for you, clean your cottage, mend your clothes, take care of you when you're sick, and this will be our little secret.
All right, couple of things. All right, so I want you to do the whole first line, the whole first. Could you all stop staring at me, please?
Yeah. Could you all stop staring at me, please?
Okay, that was okay. So
Yeah,
let's
after
do this.
you speak and then I kind of repeat, that's easier usually.
Okay, all right. Can you do this word?
Look,
Look. Okay, that sounded good. When you were reading, it sounded like you said Luke. And so a little bit
okay.
so you did use lips where you weren't supposed to there. So, but that was okay the second time. Could you read this word?
Stepmother.
All right. When you were reading, you said stepmother instead of a full short e articulation. Stepmother.
Sorry, I didn't get that. What
When
was
when
the?
you when you read, it sounded like a short I stepmother instead of stepmother.
Okay, stepmother, stepmother. Okay,
Yeah. Do that full shorty. And then how about this word right here?
because
Yeah. And so a little bit more relaxed with that schwa. Because.
because.
There you go.
So what was wrong with that? Sorry.
It's not the first time like you said because is and just
Uh,
like not a little bit too tense. So not relaxed enough because, right? Just like
uh, okay, because. Okay, because.
yeah, it sounded like because and just too I guess what I'm trying to say is not open enough. Just relax and don't do anything.
Because. Yeah.
And then the last one, how about this word here?
Clause.
Yeah, okay, so we got a long O there, like and
Close.
then close, like close the door. That's
Yeah,
what it's pronounced like.
close. Yeah,
There you
right.
go. Okay, so I wrote these
Close.
down.
Yeah.
Oh, one more right here.
Feared.
Fig, yeah, try fig, yard. What?
Figured. I was. What was wrong? Sorry.
Yeah, it sounded like you said figured, yard, or maybe you didn't add the Y. Try one more time.
Oh, you don't need why. Okay.
You do
Figured.
need Y. You
Okay.
know, it is figured, figured.
Figured. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll anyway listen to my
Oh,
monologue anyway, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
I'll find out like how was it? Yeah. Okay.
The first time, yeah.
Right.
You'll see if there is a difference. See if I was just over listening, maybe. I mean, but what the differences that I identified are on there. Figured, close, and because. Okay, I'm writing these down.
Yeah.
I need a different, and I'm going to put these in the chat for you. Let me get a clean sheet so I don't, because I have I just scribbled my notes on there. All right, let's do another one. I like these. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do here, what I'd like you to do here is for example, here you did a great job of, for example, to escape, of doing the full articulation there. That was great, but I couldn't quite tell in a situation like here, huntsman, to try, well, they go, but let's just say there was one, to try to kill me. I couldn't tell if you were doing to or to. And so you don't have to do to, it doesn't matter, but I would suggest be consistent. Either do it every time to, or try to do the reduction. And then try this also. What would you, right? Or other ones like that. So try to, this time, incorporate all of our reductions. I know it's a lot to think about, but try to do all of our reductions in there.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And what about the relaxing? Did
that was
relax?
That sounded a lot better. Yeah, more like, yes. In general, there were some isolated where, like, because you were a little bit stiff, but I think the whole thing, you were far more relaxed.
Okay.
Generally. Yes.
Okay. What do you mean you aren't gonna pay me? I just got rid of those rats for you. They won't be back for a long time, if ever. So where's my money? What? This is a joke, right? I have a family to feed, you know. You need to pay me now. I just single-handedly, I just handedly, I just single-handedly went from town to town playing my flute and had an army of rats following me. I got rid of them all, every last one. If it wasn't for me, then you people would have gotten a horrible plague that would have killed almost everyone. You need to know that there are more things I can do with this flute of mine. Since you were smart enough to hire me to take care of the rats, then you should be smart enough to know that you should pay me unless you want something terrible to happen. Still, not gonna pay? Huh? Starts playing the flute. Do you hear that? That thunder and lightning surrounding us. That's the magic starting to work. Say goodbye to your children.
All right. Okay. So a couple of words here that you could, so like no, and there were some other that were like perfect long O, but and then joke was good, but then I wrote down following, or was it?
Following me, like the fourth line.
Yeah, make sure you close that long O and following.
Following, yeah.
And then
following, yeah.
And then won't.
Won't, yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like you said won't.
Okay, they won't be, yeah, they won't be back for a long time.
So that one's really hard. So you have to say the word whoa before you add nt.
Won't.
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 There you go. That's it. Yeah, that's a tough one. And then following.
It's following.
That's right.
Following. Yeah.
So what I was thinking also. Okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of that one and this one, and I'll put those screenshots in along with the words in the chat for each one. So you can go back and practice those. But everything else sounded pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Wait, we did.
We
did this one?
Yeah, that one I did. Yeah.
Then we did this one, right? So did I take a picture? Hold on.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me make sure I took a picture of the right one. The right ones.
Yeah, I'm recording like not just voice, video too, so that should be fine.
Yeah, I took the right pictures. Okay, so it's got a big long one. Okay, well, I don't want to do. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, yeah, we got a long one there. All right, this is a good one.
Okay. Sam is a mostly harmless creature who lives under.
So let's try that one again. So that long O again.
Mostly, yeah. Sam is a mostly harmless creature who lives under my bed. He's covered in a fuzz, and he's sort of a grayish, brownish color. He makes himself invisible to my mom, which doesn't matter because she doesn't think he's real anyway. He likes to tickle my toes when I stand at the edge of the bed at night. So I usually run from the door and jump on my bed when it's bedtime. Sam likes candy, so I try to give him some as as often as possible. I have to sneak it out. I have to sneak it out of the kitchen, though, because I'm not supposed to have very much candy, and my mom wouldn't believe wouldn't believe that I'm actually wouldn't believe that it's actually for Sam. He only let me pet him when I gave him candy. Most most of the time, he just sleeps. However, uh, and this is the bad bad thing about Sam. He likes to play tricks on me when it's dark. He makes little thumping noises that keep me awake. He can also imitate monsters by making shadows in the room. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and get scared by the monster shadows. And then I remember that it's just I can Sam and I can hear him giggling in the corner by the window. I tell him that it's not funny and I try to go back to sleep. Sam is only scared of one thing, and that's a that's part of the reason why he doesn't like my mom. Just like the cats, he hates the vacuum cleaner. I can tell when my mom has vacuumed under my bed because when I get home from school, some is a lump underneath my bedspread. I think it's funny that stage. I think that's funny that strange creature who tried to scare you can get scared too.
So just really quick, just so you know, it sounded here like you said creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one long E. It's a digraph, so it's not a vowel combination. Just long E creatures.
Creatures. Okay. I thought a
Yeah,
creature. Oh, creatures.
creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll write that down anyway, because that's easy. Now, I don't know what she's talking about. Your long U is perfect. It sounded great. So I don't know what that lady was talking about. What I do think we need to review, yeah, what I do think we need to review is long O, and not because you don't know how to make it, just because sometimes it's great and sometimes it could be better. So, for example, here, mostly we caught that one right at the beginning, but then only, where was it?
Only, yeah, somewhere.
It was somewhere in there, but right here, he only, oh,
That was not right. Yeah, I kind
and
of
and supposed was not clean.
suppose. Yes,
Yeah,
suppose.
so I just think we
Suppose.
need to work. We just need to review that and just kind of work on consistency. The other thing was right here. This is easy. Right there, imitate. That middle I is just a schwa.
Imitate. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is true of all ATE verbs that are 3 syllables. Primary stress
Mm.
on the first, schwa on the second, long A on the third, and secondary stress.
Imitate.
Like
Okay.
imitate, gravitate, separate, and so on. Right? It's just going to be a schwa in that middle one.
Mm.
So I wrote that down anyway. And then I think we also need to clean up the L in those adverbs. So like actually and usually wasn't quite as
Yeah.
clean as it was everywhere else, right? Because there's like
So
2 dozen
ly. Yeah. Usually.
ly. Usually, that's right. It just sounded a little bit
Actually.
muddled. A little bit muddled. So I only wrote down usually, but I'll put actually as well. And
Yeah.
so it just needs to sound clean, like it does, like it did everywhere else. All your other, I mean, there's like 2 dozen L's in there, right? At least. So
Yeah.
it sounded really clean, and even only the L sounded good. It was just a long O that was good. So we just need to make sure you spit that out cleanly in those adverbs. And then so next week, why don't we play around with the long O and just work on that lip movement over and over and make sure it's clean every time.
Yep. That makes sense. Yep.
Let's do that. I'll make a note of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share these screenshots of these dialogues, and then I'll put each set of words for each monologue that we read, and my notes. So give me a second. In about 30 minutes, I'll put those for you,
Great.
and then next Tuesday we'll work on that long note together.
Yeah. Let's do that. That makes sense.
Okay. All
All right.
right. Great job
Thank
today, my
you.
friend. Sounded really good. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah. Next week. See you.
Yep. Bye-bye.